Job interview is a unique moment to get as much information as possible about your employer before you get involved. And yet so many people takes it lightly, stupefied by the end of the misery of being jobless. During these hard times in CG and VFX industry, manipulations amount during an interview is skyrocketing. Today we will explore the most common tricky moments that may pop up during your job interview and see what hides there. My name is Alex Andrew, you are on my channel, and let's prepare for your future job interview. Let's begin with the classical one. Where's the family here? I bet lots of people heard this shit at least once. And it sounds so sweet, right? Some warm picture starts to pop up. Care, respect. Wrong, this is not what they mean. They are getting a permission to get demanding to you, to be allowed to force you to make you sacrifice more to this job, beyond just 8 hours and 5 days. Blending professional relations is a nasty psychological trick that will steal all your joy and satisfaction from your job. And what is even worse, it will hurt your real family. Just remember the simple rule: work is work and family has nothing in common with this. Another variation of this relation blend is when your boss is trying to become your friend, especially when it's too persistent and in a rush. Same thing with the pretty much same consequences for you. Job is job and there is no family here. Rushing you to join SAP. The most common scam strategy is rushing its prey. The goal is to take away the time to think and analyze and possibly recognize the catch. When you face it during your job interview and company urges you to join the team directly to ongoing project, it might be a sign of a bad time management, often rush with daily tasks, missing deadlines or general time waste. It could be even something more serious hidden there. It is good if you know someone inside this organization and you can discover the real work environment or even what's up with their current projects. Open position for a really long time. For a desperate mind, it may seem like a miracle that such a wonderful opportunity was unspotted just for you. In real, it could be a bad symptom. Either a staff burnout, which results in constant need of replacement, or previous candidates had recognized some red flags and didn't take this offer, so it is still open. It would be a good decision to investigate this organization for a staff turnover. Even searching via LinkedIn may help a lot. Explore the current team members, how long do they work in this company. People who left the company are also a good source of the information, especially if they had several months of the job experience in this company and then resigned. Too much secrecy. This may have tons of different variations, for example, mentioning government clients, avoiding to answer clearly some questions during the interview, changing topics. This is not always comes from real reasons to keep the secret, for example, some crazy NDA, but could be a result of personalities simply saying a boss opinion. You got your task, you get pay, and that's it. Bossy attitude. Might result in a bad work environment when decisions made behind the closed doors suddenly, often too late, or just opposite to a current situation, and in addition you might quit your job with no portfolio items too because of this bloated secrecy. Manipulations with the salary level. Spreading the range too wide or avoiding to set a certain numbers is a serious red flag. It has nothing to do with an opportunity to ramp up your compensations, as an experienced candidate might think. Anything beyond the fixed rate requires attention and caution, especially if it is mentioned any percent after product release. Nobody is going to share with you this information. You are not an investor or shareholder in this company, so you will not even know what and when was released and with what profit. Your official job offer document should have clearly defined expected fixed salary level any additional bonuses could be mentioned separately with no blending to your basic rate. This work will open so much doors for you. It will be a great experience and magnificent portfolio item. Another popular hook that used to hear nearly every junior or student. Most of the time there are plain nothing behind this bragging. Possibly just usual overtimes, expanding your responsibilities, or other abuse. If it combines with our previous case with the salary level, it may lead you to a possible salary cut or delays. In general, see it not as a promise for your bright future, instead as a permission for your lead or manager to avoid from all responsibilities, as keeping your workload controlled, task expected, and salary paid in time. Unclear position and area of responsibilities. This may indicate a very unhealthy and chaotic production environment. Mostly happens in organizations with bad management, broken structure, or lack of staff. Might lead you to unpredictable decisions from your management, usually emotional rather than logic. And in the end of the day, rewards for their achievements might be sneaky taken away from you, but guilt for fails pinned to you even if you are not even responsible for that. Instead, every position should be clearly defined, followed by a reasonable list of the requirements for a candidate. But when this list contains just everything, it can be distorted in a favorable decision for a management at a certain point of time. Crypto or other shady wage. Even though this depends on a certain location, the general logic here is if the company is not ready to pay your compensation in a proper currency and in a legal way, it might signal you that their legal status is questioned or could have some tensions with the law. And moreover, you will be responsible to legalize this money and additionally lose the transactions fee. And again, see the bigger picture. If an organization is avoiding or even breaking the law between them and government, eventually they might do the same to you as well. Too much amenities in the office. It is hard to define a certain line where it starts to be weird and turning from a good modern office into a slave galley. Indeed, many studios really care about satisfaction of their employees that promotes healthy work environment and efficiency. But in another hand, it might be a trap when it appears as a home replacement and forcing the staff to spend more time for work in the office, late night, overnights, even weekends. Once during a visit of a partner's studio, I spotted folding beds and pillows at the working places. Further cooperation with this company fully confirmed my suspicions. It was deeply rotten with the management problems, and overtimes became absolutely normal. Some employees were simply living in the office and crunching. Not asking about the future you. Typical question, how do you see yourself in 5 years, is actually a good question. Company is curious about not just this moment of time, but also future you, the progress you are willing. Are you interested in step up in the career ladder, improve, learn something new, take more responsibilities, and even maybe manage a small department? If they don't care, then they already know you are just a consumable. You will be used, burned out, and replaced. Obviously, this case alone is not critical, but by coming along with others rises a big red flag. First interview is ultra complimentary and the second round is very critical. This is a pure manipulation. This usually happens when organization is really interested to get you, but cheaper. The catch here is to make you mentally connected after the first interview, so prevent any plan B or plan C from your side to make you less interested in further job searching or even cancel other interviews. But the second round will squeeze all your expectations and prepare you for the salary negotiations while you are still chained to them deeply in your mind. So in case of success, they will sign up you for a lower rate and you will be convinced that this is a good opportunity for you and your level. Nothing good with such an altitude and tricky management awaits for a candidate in such a company. At least it's a bad psychological influence that lowers your confidence and self-respect. A test task, especially if this looks like a part of the real project. When the company is setting up an interview with a candidate, and even more if this is an interview not just with HR but includes someone from the production department or even CEO of the company, they already interested in you and they are willing to spend the time to talk with you. And giving a test seems inconsistent here. This gets even more strange if the position is higher than just a junior and candidate already has some records behind, so they have a valid feedback and samples. These 12 cases are not a complete list of all tricks and traps which you may face on a job interview, and yet it will help you to unveil the truth. Interview is very important. This is probably the first and the last time when you have a chance to talk to a boss or a top manager of the company and discover what are these people and predict how the company they established will run. Good luck with your job interview. I do hope this video will help to choose wisely. If you enjoyed, you may subscribe to this channel. It will help to make it grow and give me more power to bring and share more. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye.